It stands to reason that educators must effectively manage modern teaching and learning tools and processes in order to better prepare students for social and for professional such as many years down the track. Digital technology itself does not improve learning. I mean, there are many kind of theoretical explanation of possible learning benefit arising from digital technology use. There is a little robust evidence that technology use lead to sustained improvement in learning independent of teachers and other contextual effects. In this case, there are um, something that you have to think about this one. Digital technology does not fix inequalities. Take a look on this kind of reading that already presents. While educational technology are often heralded as addressing and reducing social inequalities, sometimes these expectations are hugely ambitious, such as the one claimed to bring high quality education to the poorest communities. It is impossible. Often, this expectation aim to address long-standing inequalities in terms of people's ability to access education opportunities, as reflected in the hope that MOOCs could offer access to university level by using some kind of um, 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 short course. With the level tuition regardless of individual circumstance or locations. Other instances aim to level up educational outcomes such as learning gain, exam score, or progression into employment. It is such kind of I give such kind of an example that held by Coursera that provides you any kind of item of course that provided by international or global universities. Well, the technology does not alleviate teachers' work. I mean, another common claim is that technology can support education professionals, allowing teachers to achieve more in less time and freeing them up from tasks that are repetitive, time consuming, and otherwise unappealing, and allowing them to concentrate on high level of teaching. In this case, we have to think about what is anything that teachers can do. I mean, can the technology do better? Just take a look at an example at a Cambridge English that worry often ask if digital technology will replace the language teachers, and our answer is always no. Again, digital technology will replace the language teachers, and our answer, especially for me, my answer always no. In this case, the digital technology itself can never be the teachers of the future, but it will be the teacher's assistants. It is only partial. It is only sub-menu that help the teachers set kind of media for them in giving the material for the students. In this case, the technology itself, I mean the digital technology that used in the digital age for today will be playing a supportive role which can make a valuable impact on the learning outcomes. In this case, the technology can handle tasks that the teacher cannot do, whether through lack of time or resources, and can add real value to the classroom. It is important for the teachers to understand that a positive proactive relationship with technology that can help them and help their learners to achieve this outcome. However, teachers need to expand and maintain their knowledge or learning technologies and develop their ability to critically assess digital learning tool in order to identify those which offer the greatest benefit to the students. What is actually what teachers can do better than text? It will be dealing with how the digital technology used by the teacher itself often the result in broad consequences that stretch. Take a look on the previously described that the issues highlight the fact that the outcome of technology used in education are certainly not consistent. Furthermore, any intended learning outcome of the technology used will be accompanied by other consequences and side effects that many of which are largely unacknowledged in discussion of technology itself with education. This is certainly the case in terms of trend for technology use the widens to widen inequality between already advantageous individual and those from a vulnerable background or technology, that increasing teachers' workload and diminishing their professional expertise. So, what the teachers can do better than touch? The fundamental role for the teacher to foster social learning. Social learning features interactions, discussion, and collaboration between student and creates a positive interpersonal learning climate. It involves taking a flexible and interactive approach which encourages engagement across the class, while also retaining a real-time sensitivity to individual needs. Analysis and evaluation, or in the case of language learning, the development of the communicative competence, as well as a teacher can see such a learning environment are highly dependent and on the interpersonal relationship between the teachers and also the class itself. So in this case, the technology instead delivers the learning contents in atomistic way as the educators, where learning here will be broken down into discrete atom, which it is assumed eventually come together to create learning. The current technology are unable to handle the complexities and therefore deliver the benefit of social learning itself. Ladies and gentlemen, while shifting the focus from teaching to learning, what the teachers and tech can both do. That's not to say that technology itself is irrelevant in a social collaborative learning environment. I mean, in terms of the classroom administration, for example, the technology can provide enhanced record keeping, greatly improving the teacher's analysis of the student performance, especially the identification of skill which could be improved by deliberate practice. This is where technology can really help. Deliberate practice in order to consolidate knowledge is considered essential for learning, but is challenging to do as class level as it takes time and requires specific focus on individual learners. Less talk, but more action. The longer that we talk, the less likely kid will listen. With the very minutes that we speak, student engagement fade into oblivions. Oblivions because it is much more difficult for kids to actively and cognitively engage in learning. Therefore, it is critical to remember that if we truly want the focus to be on learning, then we must always be cognizant of how much our talking or lecturing prevent kids from getting to real work of making meaning of their learning instead of our teaching. While the second step, the student's work exceed teacher's work. I mean, if the focus is on teaching bell to bell, the teachers will always work harder than the student. But if the focus shifts to learning bell to bell, the role of the teachers itself here will transition into more of a facilitators. When the teachers structure time, so the student work a very minute of the period, it will provide a great opportunity for students to work more and hopefully harder than the teachers. The last step will be the responsibility for learning must be mutual. In this case, the teachers must always be responsible for leading the learning. Conversely, in a class with a focus on learning bell to bell itself, both the teachers and the students share the responsibility for learning, and the kids own the responsibility for becoming more proficient in their mastery of the content being taught. Then take a look on education progress over time. In the beginning of the presentation, I already shared with you dealing with the traditional classroom. At that time, the teacher-centered system. I mean, all the process of the teaching and learning will be focused by the teachers. The teachers is the primary source of the knowledge. They leverage in the classroom, giving the material, handle all the kind of the process of the teaching learning itself. And the second, the progress will be the teachers learning collaboration. In this case, the teachers will be collaborate with the student. We have to know about such kind of cooperative learning. Yeah, cooperative learning that is proposed by Spencer Kagan. Cooperative learning that is proposed by Mel Berman also. And then cooperative learning proposed by Robert Slavin. In this case, the expert itself explained how the teachers and learning should collaborate each others by using any kind of method. The communication and collaboration flows between teachers and students. And for today's, we come up to the third progress, student-centered approach. In this case, the focus is non-learning as a student use various resources like the internet and the module or self-study courses. This one, talking about the progress of over time on the education itself. Now, take a look on the impact and outcomes on the recent lesson from COVID-19, that the remote schooling. As I already just now explained in the beginning of my presentations, the COVID-19 itself has disrupted education in over 150 countries and affected 1.6 billion students. In response, many countries implemented some form of remote learning. But in this case, we have to think about this one. How to measure the quality of the education itself by using online learning itself. It will be the homeworks. It will be the problem that should be discussed up to now. While the education response during the early phase of the COVID-19 focuses on implementing remote learning modalities. Again, remote learning modalities. In this case, one another country will be has a kind of different model of implementing of this kind of learning modalities itself. We have to think the different kind of infrastructures, the internet. It will be different charge. Has evolved. So to have education responses, schools are now partially or fully open in many jurisdictions. And then what are the lessons learned from? Take a look on for the first one here. Yeah. Availability of technology is a necessary but not sufficient condition for effective remote learning. This is all that I already explained just now. We have difference. One country and another country. For us in Indonesia, for sure will be different in Bangladesh, in America, in Australia, and others. We have different model. The teachers more critical than ever. The education is an intense human interaction endeavors. Also, the parents as a key partner of the teachers itself. Take a look on the process of teaching. The parents accompany their sons, their daughters, their children as a partner of the teachers, join with them, giving the material, direct the material, how to knowing all the material given by the teachers itself. And then leverage on dynamic ecosystem of the collaboration. Lesson from today, principle for tomorrow. That's something that we have to give for the students. Next. Okay, on a teaching in the digital age for today's, yeah, something that we have to focus for this traditional into technologies, the nature of knowledge and the implication of the teaching, method of teaching, a campus method, again and again. As a teachers, we have to develop our model of teaching, our method of teaching. Method of teaching with an online focus for today's. And then understanding technology in education. There are so many kind of applications that could be handled by the teachers. Okay, ensuring the quality teaching in digital age. Okay, now take a look on these ones. Okay, when we are entering the digital age, we have to know smart devices as a new mean of education. What about you? Do you think there is a problem or solution for digital age? When we talk about smart devices, is it possible for all the children, all the students in the world has smart devices for entering the digital age era? Do you think that is a problem or solutions? Now take a look on the process of the education. When we are staying in 1.0, in this case, the teachers will be the centers. Education 2.0, learners and section of knowledge, join together. And then education in 3.0, the teachers are facilitators. And for the last one for today, education is 4.0, learners as a connectors, creators, and also constructivism. So in this case, the student could learn by themselves as the connection makers, open access to information and others. Yeah, it is something that is very important for today's. But come after the beginning, do you think that it is a problem or solution on the smart devices when we are entering this kind of era? Do you think that all the students for today's has that kind of smart devices, that kind of laptop, notebook, and others? Not all student has this kind of smart devices. Okay. While the modern learning method and strategies, online distance learning, okay, for entering the digital age, the teachers should be think about modern learning, think about the method, and also think about the strategies. The student receiving instructions without needing to attend classes in person. That's what we are explaining just now by using MOOCs, online courses. The delivery of lesson happen through online classes, live or recorded videos, conferencing session, and other means of the using of internets. And then hands-on learning, also called experiential learning. This system encourages the students to perform practical activities or tasks to better familiarize themselves with a concept or subject itself. So in this case, the student could doing something, learning by doing. So the important thing here, how the teachers could use that kind of application, could use that kind of social media, that giving instruction as clear as possible so that the students could following the direction that already explained by the teachers. It is something that's very important. And then flipped classroom. This technique is marked by a reversal in the learning process. As students go through a new lesson at home and they own and acquire knowledge in the school afterward. Okay, and then micro learning. This is the reverse to the piecemeal delivery of education, enabling students to learn and master concepts in short bursts. Examples include short instructional videos and courses split into bit-sized lessons that only span a few minutes. That kind of tips, strategy, tutorial, and others that could following by the viewers, by the students. So something that's very important for today, the teachers should be learn how to use the technology, how to use their new application includes that kind of educational application for today. Well, ladies and gentlemen, diverse diverse learning. Okay, I mean the idea here is that different students have different learning style. Okay, different student has different learning style. There are three kind of learning style. The first one, visual, and then auditory, and then kinesthetic. With this, each of them has different way of learning. So we have to make sure as teachers take a look on our student, which learning style that the student have, visual, auditory, or kinesthetic. By knowing this one, by knowing the students' backgrounds, it will be easy for the teachers to design a model of teaching for them. And then gamifications. The study recognizes children's low love for play time. Educational game can be useful in introducing or reinforcing key learning concepts. Reward and prizes are key motivators in helping learn and retain knowledge. That kind of quizzes, and then what's that? Hangtune and others. Okay. Now, project-based learning for today's the model of teaching. Will be scientific learning. Scientific learning, some kind of project-based learning, discovery learning. The system of education facilitates learning by having students design, develop, complete the project relevant to the field of the interest of specification relate with the topic that given by the teachers. Okay. Problem-based learning will be this mode Students work on a problem by applying the knowledge, yeah, skill to produce the best solutions possible. It will be, yeah, similar with the project-based learning. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, for today, we are coming to the digital age. We are coming to a model of teaching, the new model of teaching. Really, it will be an assistance. The teacher will be someone. The teacher will be someone that always need. And that technology only assistant or a media that accompany the teachers in preparing the material. I think that's all. Thanks for your attentions. Good morning. I back to moderators.
Thank you so much, sir, for your rich content presentation, which can
Welcome.
impact our knowledge seeker surely. After your presentation, I hope our knowledge seeker can learn something new from our only intention. Learn and grow together as a knowledge seeker. Once again, thank you so much, dear sir, for your presentation.
Most
Now,
welcome.
sir, thank you, sir. Now, sir, it's time for our question answer session, which is the one more valuable part of our regular webinar. Honorable sir, please stay with us. After a short video, we will back in our session part 2, which is the question answer part. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have webinar certification and online quiz competition. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have webinar certification and online quiz competition. So our first question is from Flummy. Good day everyone, good day sir. What is the impact of digital technology on learning?
Okay, should I answer directly? Yeah. When we talk about the
Yes,
digital
sir.
technology itself, yeah, the impact actually will be have two kind of impact. The first one will be positive impact, and the second one will be talking about the negative impact itself. Yeah, talking about the positive impacts, we have to be realize that for today we are live, yeah, we are stay in technology era. So in this case, we need the technology for our environment's livings, for our environment's need. Yeah, that kind of internet and others, yeah, the technology that give us positive thing. But in this case, when talking about the digital in the context of education, we think about the positive ones actually. Yeah, we have to be sure that technology give us a good impacts for make us easy find some things informations good every country every region has different infrastructure of these ones. For example, we are Indonesia, not all the regions, not all the I mean the regional system has the infrastructures for this educational system is good. But in suburbans, but in a rural area, it will in Bangladesh also in a rural area will be so limited thing that should be provided by the governments in the context of the digital technology itself. Think about our classroom. I'm not sure that all the classroom itself will be provided by that kind of smart devices in the classroom, that kind of um, 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 any kind of infrastructure that should be used by the teachers in the classroom itself. I think that's all.
Thank you so much, sir, for your answer. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have an webinar certification and online quiz competition. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have an webinar certification and online quiz competition. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have an webinar certification and online quiz competition. Sir, I think after your wonderful presentation, there is no more
Okay,
question
thank you.
from our participants.
Thank you, moderators.
Once again, welcome, sir. Once again, thank you so much, Honorable Sir, for your time in IGP.
Yep.
We have learned a lot from you with new topics. It will add some value to our daily activity along with our academic and professional growth. Honorable Sir, hope to see you again with a new topic and a new date. Thank you, sir. Take care.
Most welcome.
Honorable Sir, before we move to the next webinar certification process, if you want to leave this studio, you can, sir.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Good afternoon and see you next conference.
Thank you so much, sir. The IGP Knowledge Seeker is time for the webinar certification process, the most attractive and powerful part of our regular webinar. After video, we'll start our webinar certification. After webinar certification, we have an online quiz competition and quiz certification. IGP Knowledge Seeker is time for the webinar certification process, the most attractive part of our regular webinar. After a short video, we will start our webinar certification. After webinar certification, we have an online quiz competition and online certification. Topic is a superior form of education in digital age, and the code is IGP639. No one is eligible for certificate with code. You can claim your certificate anytime. How to claim an e-certificate? Go to www.eduigp.com, click sign in, log in if you have already an account, or create a new account if you are new. Once logged in, click free webinar, select the webinar title and click continue course. Get enrolled if you haven't enrolled yet. Type the code in your certificate code box, click get your certificate. It is auto-downloaded in PDF file already. Just check it in your Finder or download folder. Don't forget to leave a review in our FB page and website and in Google. Dear IGP Knowledge Seeker, it's time for the most engaging part of our regular webinar, which is an online quiz session, which is our regular webinar activity. Now, time for the online quiz competition. To join online quiz competition properly, please follow my instruction carefully. To join the online quiz competition properly, please follow my instruction carefully. Go to www.slido.com and find today's quiz or scan this QR code for direct joining. Quiz code is morning. After a short video, we will start our quiz session. So please mention your friend to join our quiz session. Go to www.slido.com. and then join our quiz session. Our quiz code is morning. Please join in Slido. The code is morning. Please join in Slido with the code, and the code is morning. Please join in Slido with the code, and the code is morning. Please join in Slido with the code, and the code is morning. With the code, and the code is morning. Dear participants, please join in Slido with the code, and the code is morning. With 33 people, we are going to start our quiz session right now. Our first question is, the electrolyte is usually in the form of a option 1 gel, oblique liquid, option 2 grains, oblique powder. Option 1 gel, oblique liquid is the right answer. 77% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Julius is holding the first position after completing our first question. Our second question is, please fill in the form dash. Option 1 below, option 2 behind. Please fill in the form dash, option 1 below, option 2 behind. Option 1 below is the right answer, and 100% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Charlene is holding the first position. Our third question is, medication applied in catch form is called option 1 vocal, option 2 transdermal. Option 1 vocal, option 2 transdermal. Option 2 transdermal is the right answer. 86% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Charlene is holding the first position. Our fourth question is, movement in the form of a cycle is the definition for option 1 rotation, option 2 circumambulation. Option 1 rotation, option 2 circumambulation. Option 2, circumduction is the right answer. 28% people are right here. The leaderboard, Princess Angelica is holding the first position. Our fifth question is a form of discrimination that favors family member in what environments? Option 1, endogamy. Option 2, nepotism. Option 1, endogamy. Option 2, nepotism. Option 2, nepotism is the right answer. 65% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Michelle is holding the first position. Our sixth question is, what was the age of the boy with a robber's cave experiment? Option 1, 13. Option 2, 11. Option 1, 13. Option 2, 11. Option 2, 11 is right answer. 32% people are right here. On the leaderboard, Misal is holding the first position. Our seventh question is, the idea of universal access to education in Canada organized with option 1, question on access to education for a student with special needs. Option 2, providing access to private education for low income families. Option 1, question on access to education for student with special needs is the right answer. 50% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Marcella is holding the first position. Our eighth question is, what is the image receptor in direct digital radiography? Option 1, solid state detector. Option 2, computer monitor. Option 1, solid state detector is the right answer. 53% people are right here. The leaderboard, Marcella is holding the first position after completing our eighth question. Our second last question of this session. Sorry. A good way to incorporate multicultural education in a classroom would be to option 1, invite families to come in and talk about their traditions. Option 2, show foreign movies in class. Option 1, invite families to come in and talk about their tradition is the right answer. 90% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Marcella is holding the first position. Our last and final question of this session, the classification and collection of data that are in the form of numbers is called option 1, mean. Option 2, statistic. Option 2, statistic is the right answer. Congratulations, our top 10 quiz competition winner. Congratulations again. Slide will take a few minutes for finalizing the result, and after that, we will issue our online quiz competition certificate on our official Facebook page and group in Institute of Global Professional. Congratulations to our winner online quiz competition winner, top 10. Congratulations again. Slide will take a few minutes for finalizing the result, and after that, we will issue our online quiz competition certificate on our official Facebook page and group Institute of Global Professional. Congratulations to our webinar online quiz competition winner, top 10. Congratulations again. Slide will take a few minutes for finalizing the result, and after that, we will issue our online quiz competition certificate on our official Facebook page and group Institute of Global Professional. At that, end moment of our session, we can say properly feed your skill, never stop learning, cause life never stop teaching us. Be happy and stay safe. See you again and again. We want your participation in every program. If you want to live a happy life, try to a goal, not to people or things. Albert Einstein. Before I say or hit the end live button, I again wants to thanks to all IGP knowledge seeker for your active participation as always. See you again in the next session. Thank you.